Hello, welcome to DazeCon 2023! Here we'll be talking about Kaiger Pro, and in fact, if you aren't familiar, DazeCon is an online convention where we all come together once a year on August 15th to talk about Kaiger Pro. Thank you for stopping by. If you haven't already, I would advise joining our Discord server, as it serves as the lobby, and it even features the Artist Alley, where we have a bunch of artists in the fandom coming together to show off their wares and merch and open their commission, so I definitely recommend checking it out. Not to mention, it's just a lot easier to keep track of what's happening when you're there, because we have our schedule and all our panels listed. You can even apply to be pinged whenever a panel starts. So yes, definitely recommend checking it out. Here we have the official start of the convention, the opening ceremonies. That's where you are right now, actually. It's just tradition to start it off with a good old opening ceremony to wish you well and, go over the rules and announce the schedule. First on our list is Dumb Ways to Die. It's a panel that'll be hosted by Nightfeather and the Fab Hawk. Basically, they're gonna go through the different course of how many different ways people have died in the series, and depending on how serious and how goofy it can get, it can be a very entertaining time. Next is the Dubs and Flubs panel, which will be hosted by Dubs and Flubs. They'll be talking about voice acting and what it'd be like if you want to be a voice director. They'll talk about what goes into voice acting as they go over one of the famous manga panels, exclusively only seen here. At 2 p.m., we'll have the Lost Time Memory Reanimate, hosted by Celine and Knack, or Cheesecake Witch and Whittle Draws. This is a very special panel as everyone who's been working on it has been working really hard, and Lost Time Memory is a very iconic music video. I recommend it because it's gonna be great! They'll also be hosting a Q&A afterwards in the Discord server, so I would recommend joining that if you have any questions on how, they organize this and what work went into it. If you aren't in the Discord server, well, you'll be missing out on Mecha Kushi Hunt, which will be a sort of murder mystery minigame that will be kept in the server as we keep an eye out on who Seru killed this time. Oh man, will you be able to find him in time? There's only one way to find out. As we do every year, we'll also have a draw meet. Basically, we have 4 Agio boards that will be going on throughout the course of the convention. I recommend checking it out if you like to draw or you just want to put in a little funny meme or two. It all is very pretty when it all comes together, and it's usually very funny as well. At 4, well, we will have How Well Can the Kaiger Pro Parents Parent, as taught by Lunin. Basically, it'll be a semi-serious tier list, a ranking of sorts, of all the named Kaiger Pro parents, and how well did they raise their kids. At the same time, we'll have Kanye and Sean's live karaoke stream. They will be preparing 17 different songs for your listening pleasure as you get to listen to them sing their hearts out for karaoke. At 5, we'll have Grief and Growth in Kagero Project, as hosted by Suki Foof and Micropolitites. I'm so sorry, I butchered that. But this will be a more serious panel as they talk about grief and acceptance and how it's written out in Kagero Project. It's by Riel and Januar. I should have just said that straight up instead of trying to say the usernames. My bad! At the same time, we'll have the other works of the Kaiger Pro VAs. The VAs that we see in Makaku City Actors are also famous for their other works throughout in other series and anime, such as Honkai and Haikyuu. So be sure to join to see, who else these guys have voiced, because it's really funny seeing who else, say, Konoha's voice actor has voiced. It's very fun to compare their performances, for sure. As always, we'll have, as we do every year, an In a Day's watch party. Kagero Project has a movie, did you know? And it's a very, very short, maybe 30 minutes at most movie that doesn't take very long, but it's very unique in that everyone wears something different and the plot's different, and, well, you just gotta see it for yourself. You just gotta trust me, bro. You just gotta trust me. Starting in 2021, we usually have an Artist Alley Gardic phone. Recording it this year has gone a little awry though, so, sorry. There won't be a video of the Gardic phone from this year. But it did happen, and if you check out the Discord server, you can see the gifs of, all the doodles everyone put together. It's very silly and always very fun, so I recommend checking it out. If you were here last year, you would know that my good friend Nick, he pretty much directed a whole voiceover for the first episode of Makaku City Actors. Well, this year he's back with episode 2, and at the end there'll be a Q&A where you can get to talk to him, my good pal Nick, and one of the voice actors themselves. please check it out. A lot of hard work went into this, and I do recommend it because the whole process behind voiceover is really, really cool. Aha, I'm a little biased about this. Haha, we have a surprise DazeCon cover featuring Starcrossed. It is a cover group that I may or may not be part of, and I won't spoil you as to what the song is, but it's a really good time, and I think you should definitely check it out. Hehe. We'll also be featuring our guest star, a good friend Acacia Parsnip, who's really, really good at singing, and I recommend you check out her stuff as well. She's so cool. If we all make it to 9 p.m., that's when we have our yearly Kagura Pro listening party. Be sure to join our Discord server as we all cram into one single VC and listen to all of our favorite Kagura Pro tunes. I try to spice things up by adding some of my favorite covers as well that you should definitely check out and listen on your own time. Assuming we survive August 15th, we'll be starting on the closing ceremonies. So where we'll get together and be like, well, that just happened, and we'll come together for next year. That's right, next year. If you were here last year, you might have recalled that I said 2023 was going to be the last year for DazeCon, and it was. However, there was a very silly, very funny time loop girl boss Twitter poll, and I really wanted Ayano to win, and so I said if Ayano won the poll, there'd be another DazeCon for another year, and well, she won! So yeah, this is not going to be the last DazeCon as I thought it was, because, next year will be, so be sure to come back for DazeCon 2024, because that's happening apparently. Yahoo! But then they'll be the last. Probably. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yes, thank you everyone for tuning in. Be sure to join the Discord server. And, oh, don't forget the rules. Be niceys to everyone. Don't be offensive. Listen to the mods. And be kind to one another, please. Thank you very much. Again, thank you for tuning in for DazeCon 2023's opening ceremonies. I'll see you all at the Discord server and other panels. Bye-bye!